Alright, 6th grade. Today in writing intervention, you're going to work on writing the introduction for your essay. So, here's the prompt that we read in class, and as a little refresher, let's talk about what are the 3 things that your introduction is going to have to include, because those are the 3 things you're going to have to talk about. The first one, you have to talk about the purpose of each article. So in class what we did was we went through each article and we talked about what the purpose was. You should have it written at the top of the page of each article. So if you go to the article called Pocahontas, at the top of the page you should have written down what the purpose of that article is. The next point that you need to hit is how the purpose is conveyed. Now remember, there are 3 ways that a purpose can be conveyed. It can either be through historical facts, through demonstrations, or through examples. At the top of each article, you wrote down how the purpose was conveyed. So if you went to the starting time, you have a note there that says how the purpose of each article is conveyed. The last thing that you have to do is you have to compare the author's presentations of Jamestown. Now, I'll give you a hint for one of these. For Pocahontas, the author presents the information using historical facts in a biography. Now, if you remember during class, you wrote down a short summary of each article. That short summary, that's how the author presents the information about Jamestown. Okay, look at the brainstorm that we did at the end of class. On that brainstorm sheet, we had you write down 1, 2, 3. We had you write down what goes in number 1, which is the purpose, what goes in number 2, how the person goes, and what goes in number 3, how the author presents that information. Okay. On the lined paper that you have attached to your packet, you're going to write your introduction. The first thing that we have to do for an introduction is write the hook. The hook is just a statement that draws the reader in. So it can be an exclamation, it can be a question, but it's got to be about Jamestown. Now, my hook is very simple. It's just a statement. Let's go back. It just says, the Jamestown colony was the first permanent English settlement in the Americas. Really, really simple hook. You can do anything you want. Did you know that Jamestown was a failing colony? Did you know that Jamestown was a horrible place to live in? We've talked about how horrible it was. Okay, after the hook, you gotta talk about the purpose. So you're gonna say, the purpose of time travel to Jamestown, Pocahontas, and Jamestown settlement in the starting time is, and then you need to tell me what the purpose is. After you tell me the purpose, you also have to say how it's conveyed. The purpose of all 3 articles is conveyed through, you have this written on your paper. Don't turn around right now and say to your homeroom teacher, I don't know what Mr. Barley is talking about. It's literally written at the top of your paper. Okay, after you talk about how the purpose is conveyed, you need to talk about how the author presents that information, and then you need to do a wrap-up statement. You have all of that information written down in your packet. All you have to do is take the information that we did in class, take the notes that you used in class, and write this introduction paragraph. Let's go through it one more time. You need a hook. You need to talk about the purpose. Talk about how the purpose is conveyed. Then talk about how the author presents that information. And make sure you have a wrap-up statement. Good luck, guys. You are more than able to do this. It's going to go great.